U.S. Citizenship Test, Part 20, The Future of Democracy. The cold air was crisp as Mark walked once more to the community center. Today's reflection felt different. It had been weeks since his citizenship ceremony, and in that time, Mark had been thinking about the lessons he'd learned and the future ahead of him. His journey had taught him the power of unity, leadership, responsibility, and the importance of leaving a lasting legacy. But today, his thoughts were focused on something even broader, the future of democracy. How could he, as a citizen, help preserve and strengthen democracy for future generations? As he entered the familiar study room, Anne smiled at him. This conversation would be about looking ahead, about what it meant to sustain and grow the democracy he was now a part of.
Mark, welcome back. It's been a while since your ceremony. How's it been adjusting to life as a citizen?
It's been great, Anne. I've been reflecting on everything we talked about. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about the future, not just for myself, but for the country and its democracy.
That's wonderful to hear. Democracy isn't static, it's always evolving. Today, let's explore how you can be part of shaping its future, how citizens play a role in keeping democracy alive and strong. Question: what is one way citizens can help strengthen democracy? A. By staying disengaged from politics. B. By participating in elections and civic activities. C. By letting only government officials make decisions.
Answer: B. By participating in elections and civic activities.
Exactly. Democracy relies on active participation. When citizens engage in elections, attend town halls, and get involved in local government, they help shape the future. Why do you think active participation is so crucial?
Because democracy is about people's voices. If people don't participate, decisions will be made without their input, and that could weaken the system.
Exactly right. Participation ensures that democracy reflects the will of the people. When citizens are engaged, they can influence policies and help address the challenges facing the country.
Mark understood that democracy wasn't something that could be taken for granted. It required constant involvement. His participation, along with that of others, would determine the strength and direction of the nation's future.
Let's talk about one of the most important protections of democracy: voting rights. Question: why is it important to protect voting rights for all citizens? A. So only certain groups can have a say in government. B. To ensure that everyone has an equal voice in democracy. C. To limit participation to people in power.
Answer: B. To ensure that everyone has an equal voice in democracy.
Correct. Protecting voting rights ensures that every citizen has a voice in shaping the government. Why do you think it's essential for everyone to have an equal opportunity to vote?
Because without equal voting rights, some people's voices would be silenced. If only a few people have power, it undermines the fairness and representation that democracy is built on.
That's exactly it. Voting is one of the most important ways citizens can influence their government. When voting rights are protected, democracy thrives because it ensures everyone has a say, no matter their background or status.
Mark realized how critical voting rights were to maintaining a true democracy. If those rights were not protected, the entire system could become unbalanced, favoring only certain groups while leaving others behind.
Now, let's talk about the role of innovation and adapting to new challenges, how democracy evolves to meet modern times. Question: how can democracy adapt to meet the challenges of a changing world? A. By resisting any change and sticking to old ways. B. By embracing new ideas and technologies while maintaining core values. C. By ignoring new technologies and staying disconnected.
Answer: B. By embracing new ideas and technologies while maintaining core values.
Exactly. Democracy must evolve with the times to address modern challenges like technology, climate change, and global relations. Why do you think it's important for democracy to be adaptable?
Because the world is always changing. If democracy doesn't adapt, it could become outdated and unable to respond to new issues. But at the same time, it's important to hold onto core values like freedom and equality.
That's exactly right. Democracy must evolve to stay relevant, but it should always be grounded in the values that make it strong. By being open to new ideas while staying true to those principles, citizens can help guide democracy into the future.
Mark saw now that the future of democracy depended not only on maintaining its foundational values, but also on being flexible and innovative. New challenges would always arise, but the system could endure if it evolved thoughtfully. Anne leaned back, her expression filled with pride and hope.
Mark, you've learned so much, and now you understand that democracy isn't just about the past or the present, it's about the future. It's about ensuring that the system remains strong, adaptable, and representative of everyone.
Thank you, Anne. I feel like I'm ready not just to live in a democracy, but to help it grow and evolve. The future of democracy depends on all of us staying involved and open to change.
Exactly. And I know you'll do great things as a citizen who understands the responsibility and the potential of democracy. Remember, it's in your hands and the hands of every citizen to help shape what comes next.
As Mark walked out into the cold, clear air, his thoughts were filled with the future. He knew now that democracy wasn't something that just happened. It was something that had to be nurtured, protected, and adapted. The future of the country depended on citizens like him staying engaged, protecting voting rights, and embracing innovation while holding onto the core values that made the system strong. Mark felt a sense of pride and responsibility as he realized that every action he took contributed to the future of democracy, a future that he and every citizen had the power to shape. As Mark reflects on the future of democracy, think about this. How can you help ensure that democracy remains strong and adaptable for future generations?
Question for the audience: why is it important for democracy to adapt to new challenges? A. To stay relevant and address modern issues while preserving core values. B. To resist any change and hold onto outdated practices. C. To limit participation in the democratic process. A thriving democracy is one that evolves with the times while maintaining its foundational principles, ensuring that it remains effective and inclusive for everyone.
Here are 5 words and phrases related to the theme of U.S. Citizenship Test. Part 20. The Future of Democracy.
Democracy. A system of government in which power is vested in the people, who exercise that power through voting, participation, and civic engagement. Voting rights. The rights of citizens to vote in elections and have an equal say in government decisions. Adaptability. The ability to adjust to new conditions or challenges while maintaining core values and principles. Civic participation. The involvement of citizens in the political and community life of their country, helping to shape government decisions and policies. Innovation. The introduction of new ideas, methods, or technologies that can help democracy evolve and address modern challenges.